Hey up! Come on! Let's have it! Alright! Mash Baxter's rambling, whoa, whoa. Mash Baxter's rambling, whoa, whoa. Mash Baxter's rambling, stuff to see and songs to sing, whoa. Alright!
Now then, ramblers, how are you doing? Oh, it's about 11:30 Thursday morning, and it's already 34 bloody degrees. So I thought, what can I do today? So me and you and me, we're off on a Walky, Talky. Yeah, just gonna have a bit of a ramble in a posh place. Yeah, it'll come apparent soon. So we're off for a ramble at a posh place, and we're gonna discuss. Yeah, we're gonna discuss many topics. I've been using Google a bit lately of some of them quandaries that that you'll be watching a programme and you think, why is that? So yeah, years ago, you'd have to find out by reading a book. Now you just bang it in your phone, don't you? Is it true? I don't know. But, we're going to talk about it. So I'm just going to nip into Home Bargains to get a can of Tramp, because I find most discussions flow better when you've got a bit of a slurp. So come on, let's crack on, and I'll see you at the posh place. Ooh. Welcome back, ramblers. So yeah, that was a bit of a giveaway. We're going to have a walkie-talkie around Normanby Hall. Ooh! Yeah, I'll tell you a bit about it and why I'm not so keen. Which, if you'd noticed on the way in, you've got your main entrance and you have to pay to park in there, which goes to the council, which then they pay the Sheffields. Not happening, Reggie. Not happening, me old mucker. So, local knowledge, tradesman's entrance, golf club car park. Jobs are good 'un. So anyway, it is now 35 degrees. But the bonus was, normally if you go to Home Bargains, particularly on a Thursday, it's chock-a-block with pensioners who've got fuck all better to do. But because they've had warnings off the telly, don't go out in the sun, climate change, they've all stopped in. It's too hot, Albert. We'll stay in today because the man on the telly said it's dangerous. Fuck off. Anyway, let's get cracking and go have a bit of a mooch. See what's occurring. Come on, come with. Right. We've got to get a bit stealthy. If you have a look here. So I've parked over there, but I've got to get over there. And there's a bloke in a hut. Yeah, eagle eyes. So we've got to sneak under this fence here, which is a bit of a challenge when you've got sciatica or a piriformis gland that's locked in. So we've got to sneak past the guards. Come on, let's get under here. Oh, I tried getting through that gap with my back on, with my bag on my back, and I got stuck halfway. Anyway, we can do this. Come on. You're not a pensioner yet. Oh, fucking hellfire. Turn it round. Look at this. Jesus fucking Christ. Oh, 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 you bastard. Stage 1. Complete. Come on. Look at this here. It's beautiful, isn't it? That's the last time I'm saying beautiful today. I've noticed on my videos it does get a bit too much of a mention. But the tree-lined alleyway all the way to the golf course, stunning. Probably, I don't know, 50, 80 years old, this lot. Absolutely lovely. Alrighty. So we've snuck around corner, free parking, and there's nobody on this gate here, so we're in. Aye, no money going to Reggie. Wah, 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 wah. In your face. Not been here for a long while. And it is by and large a very well maintained park. More of which later. Let's have a look what it's got to offer. It's got grounds, it's got gift shop, it's got Stableyard Cafe, the Hall, Rural Life Museum, walled garden, splash pad, go ape, land train, and park gates closed at 9 p.m. We'll be well gone by then. Right, let's go in back way. I do favour that entrance of an occasion. So we're in the Museum of Rural Life. It's a bit cooler in here. Oh, look at that. The fuck's going on there? Wow. I mean, how freaky is that to bring kids in? Just gonna come and scare you for life, children. What is it?
Cool lady, feel where you're going. Your house is on fire.
But your children are gone.
Oh, it's got some comfies.
The vain and ill, the vain and ill. Hush, bye. Oh, baby. The vain and ill.
I'll be honest with you, that's a bit spooky.
New moon. The vain and ill, the vain.
That's just fucking weird. Wow. Don't really know what was going on there. Under fives area. That's where I want to go when I grow up. The ironmonger. Dying trades. It's impressive though. Oh look, there's Mr. Ben. That's the printers. I know that because I'm clever. That's more like it. The pub and brewery. Nice. I'm still a little bit perturbed about that tent I've just been in. Shocking stuff. That was back in the day, wasn't it? Grafting. Oh, there were grafters then. Kroll Brickworks. I've been there before they pulled it down. Oh, look how busy places used to be. That looks like a brig. You could tell by the monument in the middle there. Yeah, that was brig. Woolpack on the left. Lovely. Absolutely lovely. It was a simpler time. The hedge and ditcher. That used to be somebody's job. You very rarely get people doing that nowadays. You get the odd dry stone waller and that's about it. Won't be long before I'm in one of them. Although I do favour the Viking burial. As in, just pop me on a raft, push me out to sea and set fire to it. So it's decent.
That came yesterday.
Decent. The beekeeper. Oh, why would you keep bees? Fucking sting you. I remember when there used to be a blacksmith here. Back in the day. Whoa. Decent. Class, innit? We'll be going there in a bit, the walled garden. It is the walled garden now, but when I were a boy, it wasn't the walled garden. More of that to follow. Right, see if we can get downstairs without Mr. Tumbles making an appearance. She's nice. Oh. Traditional dress from what period? Dunno. Looks a bit Wesleyan to me. Oh, it's the Vermodian. There's some cracking stuff in here. Whoa! Look at that haystack. Fantastic. It looked as though rural life, it's fair to say, was a lot harder back then. Yeah, I know they had like cattle and bison and osses to cart shit about. But all round here, prior to the steelworks, you were a land worker. End of. There you go, look, sowing seeds. That could be a seed sower. Right. As the shepherd said, let's get the flock out of here. Let's go do some mowing and reaping. Nice start to the day. And it's indoors. Right, let's get out of here.
Sorry.
Yeah, all right, no worries. Whoa. Oh, what? You're allowed to play on them. Oh, I'd love to, but if I got on that, my back would go completely. Os. Right. Onwards and sideways. Right, time to go down the time tunnel. So now this is the walled garden entrance, built in 1817. But back in the mid-70s, so what you see there, the greenhouses, they weren't there. What you're looking at in about 1978 was a massive swimming pool. Normanby Park Lido. Oh, and it was a magnet for every fucker of my generation. It was magnificent. It was the only place you could come and guarantee a veruca within 10 minutes. And where they are there, the greenhouses. Greenhouses. They were the changing rooms. And you could see underneath. You could see underneath the cubicles because there was a gap of about 2 or 3 foot. And you could get on your hands and knees and have a look up at lasses getting changed. Yeah. I think they'd view that as illegal, but we were all of the same age. It's not as if we were doing out pedo-ish, you know what I mean? No, we were just young and virile. So yeah, this was the deep end behind me. It come up to your chest. Or if you were Phil Cousins, who was in the same year as me, it was 2 foot over his head, because he was a bit of a dwarf. But it's lovely. Bit of a fact about this walled garden. So they grow a lot of their own produce. And I did a wedding a couple of years ago in the hall. And I knew the chef in there. And on the side, she had bags of veg and everything that they bought from Tesco. And I went, why the fuck are you buying them from Tesco when you've got a walled garden full of organic, fantastic produce? And they said the council wouldn't let him use it because it's not passed. Doesn't that tell you everything about modern Britain? Fucking ridiculous. So basically, they grow all of this. Look, apples. They grow all of this. And they won't even use it. Bizarre. It's a beautiful little space now, though, but the memories are flooding back of the Normanby Park line. Oh, that's a good idea, isn't it? Hottest day of the year, get yourself in a greenhouse. Thick as fuck. But if I hadn't have come in, I wouldn't have seen this, would I? Are you ready? 58 and a cactus in the shape of a cock makes me laugh. Yeah. Growing old's compulsory, growing up is optional. It's lovely in here. This is the Alpine section. Whew. Where's your swimming pool gone, mate? Have a look what's in this one. Oh, the changing rooms are still there. Wow. This was the changing room.
Hello.
All right, mate, how are you?
All right.
Good, mate. Just remember when this used to be the swimming pool changing rooms?
It did, yes.
Did. I remember you and all. You were Dave Urrell's mate.
Who?
Dave Urrell, Elvis.
Yes, Elvis's friend, yes.
Yeah, Elvis's friend. I can't believe you're still here. How many years you been here now?
Quite a few years. You haven't seen Dave then?
I've seen him recently, yeah. He's doing all
How is
right. Yeah, well, he
good.
still thinks he's Elvis. What they got you on with today?
Just doing this, actually.
You start
It's too hot.
mending the board.
No, just basically tidying up.
You're basically staying out in the sun, aren't you?
Yeah.
You do right, mate. You're doing a grand job. It looks fantastic.
Oh, well, if you see him, Matt, tell him you've seen Kelvin.
I will do. I will do. I'll tell him you've... In fact, give him a quick message, Kelvin. Tell him.
Hello, David. Hope you're well.
Brilliant. Hey. So this was another part. This was another part of the changing rooms, which they've turned into a little, I would imagine, keeper's cottage of some description. Original floor. Bloody lovely. I wonder where all this stuff's come from, though, because it can't have all been from here. Because basically the Sheffield sold fucking everything off. As they do. Nice to catch up with Kelvin again. I've not seen him for a long while. So he says this here, the roof had collapsed years ago. This is called the Bothy. And after they reopened it all up, that's the original Aga fireplace that was still there. Lovely, innit? To be honest, everything there is for utilising. Do you know what I mean? There's nothing in the way of like trinkets and ornaments and shit. Everything there you see had a purpose. I think that's the way to go back. And there's a distinct lack of television. Yeah, so there you go. Nice to catch up with Kelvin, not seen him for a lot of years. Telling me he's suffering with a bit of unfortunate ill health, so good luck to you, Kel. Been here as long as I remember. It's a beautiful little space though, isn't it? To say they don't have that many gardeners here nowadays, it's still tip-top. Right, let's get out into the park. Right, so here's a staggering fact for you, and it is a fact. So when this place was built, Lord Sheffield's house, which we'll see in a bit, was down there. So all of the staff, all of the servants they were called, lived in the village of Normanby up there that he provided accommodation. And he wanted this avenue of trees planting, get this, so looking out of his bedroom window, which we'll see in a bit, he didn't see the servants arriving to work for him. What a pompous twat. And that is a fact. I'm intrigued. What is a well-being garden? Bizarre. Probably can't see that, it looks a bit dark. Nice bit of carving. Like that. Decent. A well-being garden, I would have thought, is like Japanese. But it just looks a bit weedy and overgrown, to be honest. Oh, some nice carves though. Oh, there's a place where you can sit and chat shit in the shade. Fabulous. A lot of work goes into that, doesn't it? I do like wood carves. Decent. I'd have that in the garden. In fact, I might come back and get it. Right. Bonus, we've got the place to ourselves. Let's go have a pitch and a slurp. So this is one of the main reasons I've come here on the hottest day, because you've got a natural canopy of well-established trees. Pretty decent forest, to be honest, and quite a few bits and bobs to see. Still got a bit of water. Bit swampy, but you know, you can hear it running in the distance. Ah, we used to play on that tree as a kid, till the park warden come. His name was Steve. Got to know him in later years. Uncle Steve used to call him. Not your real uncle, but he'd play with you anyway. That leads to the duck pond, which we'll see in a bit. And this way, I do believe, at some point, whoa, mid-central, we should come across the animal graveyard. Yeah, very historical. Can't believe I dropped my camera there. You see that floor that I'm walking on? That's spongy. I don't know whether it's the tarmac that's melting or it's a rubber-based. Probably for the fucking wet wipes and the snowflakes. I caught my ankle on a bit of concrete. Very pleasant. Very pleasant, if a little bit insecty. Oh, butterfly. Oh, cheers, mate. Check you dive bombing. Pet cemetery and bird feeding station. Alrighty, that's a bit of us. I saw a very rare bird here a couple of years ago. I'll put it on at the end. Yeah, very, very rare bird. I think there was only me has ever seen it. Look at that tree. I love trees. Look at its veins reaching out the floor. Just wanting some water. Whew. Class. The bird feeding area. Hopefully there's nobody here. I think oh no, there's a twitcher. You know, I thought since Bill Oddie died that they've packed all that in. Oh, they've got binoculars. Better give it a miss. Oh, I'm glad to see that's still here. So I think this was sort of mid-80s this was erected, maybe even later. Don't know what it represents. It's something to do with mechanics and engineering. I don't know whether there's a plaque anywhere or not. I think it was donated by British Steel, when British Steel was British. Yeah? Big, innit? Can anybody tell me in the comments what it's supposed to represent? Because I don't know. I don't know. I wouldn't even hazard a guess. To me, it's quite abstract. But I'm sure its design is for a purpose. But as to what purpose, I don't know. Got to be a plaque somewhere, isn't there? And it doesn't matter which angle you look at it from. I've still not a Scooby-Doo what it is. Scooby-Dooby-Doo, where are you? Don't know. Don't know, but hey-ho. Nice anyway. Right, we're off in bandstand for a bit of a perch. Tidy little area, isn't it? Nobody here. Woman and a kid over there, but not bothering them. Oh, I tell you what, get a fire pit in the middle of there. Proper job. Oh, look at that, somebody snapped his ear off. Unbelievable. Why would you do that? Nice little carving, and some knobhead comes and snaps his ear off. Thatcher's Britain. Just honey, look at that. Ham hock and smoked cheddar. I get these from Home Bargains because they're absolutely rammed full of meat and cheese. Cheers, Ramblers. I had to have it now because another 20 minutes it'd be like a fucking toasty. Even in the rucksack. Oh dear. It's very peaceful at this end of the park. I had to come out the walled garden through the kids' play area. Hundreds of them. And notably, I mentioned it earlier about things you just need to know. So we were watching something yesterday, and women were screaming, but no fellas were screaming. So I got to thinking are you screaming because that because you're screaming because women? I mean, I'm like, oh. What's the cause? In the house, women have a high-pitched voice, so high-pitched voice. And naturally more hair than blokes. So that's why. Did you understand all that? Yeah. Because they do. When I walk through the park there, all you can hear is a girl screaming. God, and it fucking just goes through you. Horrible. Lads don't scream. I think as well, although Google gave that explanation about females having a higher pitched vocal register, I think they missed off that women generally are just a bit fucking gobbier. Yeah, prove me wrong. I've had all my water, so all I've got left is a can of tramp juice. And I can't go supping that in an area that's possibly populated. I'll save that for in a bit, when I get to tell you about my fourth visit. My fourth visit to the doctors. Yeah, this has been going on now for nearly 9 months. Not one day painless in 9 months. I know I'm a trooper to go through it, Anna. So we'll tell you about that in a bit when we have a slurp. But I've just been told by a gadget that the deer park's closed off for ragwort. We had ragwort when I was a kid. Couldn't afford ragwort. So we might not be able to get down to the old fishing lake, which is probably dried up, I'd have thought. And the deer park. Probably my favourite animal after the cat. Certainly my favourite wild animal, the deer. Anyway, crack on. Come on. I like these little signage boards. for educational purposes for children. And anywhere you can see written in public the word tit, I'm all for. Your houseberry, pied wagtail, your nuthatch, song thrush. Oh yeah, I've been singing a time or two with that and all. Chaffinch, chiff chaff, chaffinch, chiff chaff. Blackbird, I'm saying nothing. My favourite bird, the starling. Tree sparrow, robin, yeah, which I'm still quite a fan of if I get the chance. I love to go out robbing. Bullfinch is a beast. Greenfinch, goldfinch, willow tit, the little wren, and probably my favourite of them all, when you do get a chance to participate with one of these, it's always a happy ending. And another signage board telling you what trees to look out for. Your sycamore, your cherry, your oak. I'll tell you what though, last time I had some of that, it didn't look like that. Yeah, sweet chestnut, the silver birch, the elder, yeah. Oh, the yew tree, yeah. Didn't want to be part of that investigation, did you? And the pear tree. Fortunately, I was the only one who started in the late 80s who didn't get dragged into Operation Yew Tree. Dodged a bullet there. Love that. Things to look out for in the woods. Oh, we'll have a bit of that if you can have a chance. The centipede, the banded garden snail, but my favourite here, look at him there, look. The common earwig. Do you think he's got a posh mate and he's just a bit scratty? Pharaoh's ant. Slugs, spiders. Brilliant. So let's go see if we can find any of them. There's a castle. There's a castle. Look at that. Oh. And a mirror at the other end. Fantastic. Nobody playing anywhere near them. If we was kids, we'd have been all over that. Let's see if it's one of them funny mirrors that makes you look like you've got a massive head or weird legs. Oh, it is, look. Look, I look a bit dwarfy. Oh dear, grow up, Baxter. Not a prayer. Right, we need to go find the pet cemetery. Hey, up we're in, look. The twitchers have gone. Let's go take a perch in the bird watching station. We might see a massive tit. Ooh. Oh, you can't move the bench, that's a bit shit. Let's see what we can see. Absolutely fuck all. There's no food out for them. In fact, I will segue this little, there'll be an interlude where I will splice in the time I come and saw the rare bird right there. Alrighty, watch this. Did you like that? Hey, the rare bird, the robin bastard. And to be honest, them seed pellets, they weren't that bad. You know, come the apocalypse, if there's a little bit of bag of birdseed left, I'm all over it. Yeah. I'm trying to find the animal graveyard. I know it's around here somewhere, but there's lots of trails. Graveyard, come on, let's have a look. Whew. Oh, riverbed's dried up. Both sides. It's a little bit stagnant-y smell. This is a bit more overgrown than it used to be. So this was the Sheffield's family's animal graveyard. I mean, this one here was a horse. So they brought a horse all the way over to be buried. Well, they would have done it. It'd have been the servants, wouldn't it? With probably one of them big old barrows. You've got dogs, cats, all sorts of stuff. What date is on there? 1890. Smile. Oh, Smut. Smut, that's got to be a dog, hasn't it? Yeah. Unless that's where he put his porn collection. Don't know. So this is the animal graveyard. But I like to think that at least one or two of these graves were probably illegitimate children that Lord Sheffield had with his servants. That because they were from the upper and they were from the lower, the upstairs, downstairs scenario. Yeah, I think there's one or two kids in here as well. But not you, Soda. No, you were a famous Springer Spaniel. 1926, another Spaniel. So aye, that's the animal graveyard. Been and done. Animal graveyard and servants' illegitimate children. Although, I do believe, I might be making this up, but let's just go get on even terrain. The animal graveyard there, I think because Lord Sheffield, or Mr. Sheffield, fucking Lord, his daughter, I believe, is married to David Cameron. Yeah, and occasionally when they stay at the hall, which we'll see in a bit, he does like to come to the animal's graveyard with a severed pig's head and he puts his winky in it just for fun. It's a Cameron stroke Tory thing. And that's where he does it. Yeah. But it's only the head. Yeah, he don't go the whole hog. Dirty boy. So another one I googled. We're watching a film about a ferry disaster. And there was loads of floating bodies. And I don't know why. Because I've got an inquisitive mind. I thought, do dead bodies always float? No, they don't. No. When they stop breathing and the lungs get full of water as opposed to air, they sink until they decompose and pop back up again, bloated. Bit like that. Don't have a go, I've had a lot on my plate lately. So yeah, 3 to 5 days, decompose, and then they come back up. You see, if it wasn't for Google, if that was like 30 years ago, when the world was in black and white, I'd have had to have found a mate of a mate, whose mate of theirs had drowned and they couldn't find him for about 3 to 5 days until they pop back up again. Yeah, so that's the internet. Isn't the internet brilliant? Yeah. It's a strange tool, isn't it? If you'd have told me when I was like, I don't know, 14, 15 or something, there's going to be this thing where you can just click of a button, watch porn free. Yeah, no, not the film about lions. No, that's born free. But yeah, free porn on streaming. You'd have gone mental, said, no, no. I'd rather take my dad's jazz mags to a den. Right, let's go have a sit down and in the shade as well. And then we'll show you the residence, the humble residence of the Sheffield family. So, picture it. It's the 3rd of May, 1982. And the most popular TV series at the time was It's a Knockout, which was hosted by any number of prevalent sexual predators of the time. On that particular day, I believe it was Stuart Hall. And there was a stand roughly there in front of the Great Hall, and it had 500 spectators in, and it collapsed. Yeah, injuring 36 people out of 500, bringing the whole day into mayhem, ambulances and all that shit. Yeah, fast forward about 5 days later, CID are knocking on my door at Winterton. I was only, what would I be at the time, 12, 13? And for a bit of a laugh, bit of shits and giggles, I went round a couple of the local shops for a laugh, and I was offering bags of souvenir nuts and bolts from the stand. You know what I mean? Just shits and giggles. And they told the local CID. And I had to use my mate Stanny, who provided an alibi. Yeah, we were here. We was here, but we were in middle of the woods with a couple of lasses doing stuff. Yeah, I got the blame for that. Fucking just through stupidity and childish fucknuggetry. Them were the days. Unbelievable, Jeff. That happened. Right there. Now there's a sign of the times. So what you're looking at there was my favourite tree in the world. It was a proper climbing tree. And they've fenced it all off now because it's been deemed as unsafe. And it looks exactly the same as it did when I was a kid, albeit slightly larger. Everything was fucking dangerous then. That was the beauty of it. And now somebody will fall off, bang their head or something and put a claim in. Fenced it off, my favourite tree. Anyway, crack on. Let's go tell you the history on that incestuous pit of vileness. So Normanby Hall, built between 1825 and 1830, having knocked down a previous structure to build this splendid palace, which you've got to agree it is. It is magnificent. So the Sheffield family, that was Sir Robert Sheffield it was built for. That was his Sunday name. If he was called Bob Sheffield, he'd have probably been brought up, I don't know, on Westcliff. Bit of a quiz question for you. So the home was built for the Sheffields. Where do you think the Sheffields vacated to move here? This humble little detached rural Scunthorpe estate. Yeah. They sold Buckingham Palace to move here. Oh yeah. Yeah. They used to live at Buckingham Palace. Fact. So they sold it, moved here, and they sold Buckingham Palace to somebody who bred really rare alien reptiles. I think they're called the Windsors. I believe that they're still there. Yeah. Proper horribles. But it's still pretty magnificent, isn't it? This is the back entrance where we do the singing in there at weddings. Yeah. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Just ready for David Cameron to come and put his little winky in there. Whoa. It's not bad to wake up to though, is it? The Sheffields moved out in 1963 or 68. and now the council lease it off them. Because he probably thought, how the fuck am I going to heat that place? So that's what the aristocracy did, didn't they? They sold it off or rented it out, leased it to local authorities. And they get a massive backhander, and it's still their house. Stinks to high heavens of corruption. So we're in. Look at the opulence of the old hall. Bearing in mind this is at a time when most people had rickets, polio, diphtheria, all working for these wankers. Sickens me to the pit. Yeah, same with Chatsworth. Everything at Chatsworth, people go over the top. Oh, it's magnificent. Have you seen all of the paintings, all of the sculpture? Everything at Chatsworth has been fucking nicked from other countries. It's disgusting, man. Yeah. Don't even get me all going on royalty today. Oh, no. So that's where you do weddings, in there, in the smallest room. I've been in bigger women. It's ridiculous. The main banqueting hall, darling. I mean, I know it was a different era and everything, but everything it stood for was just silver spoon bastards. The only one I do like is who was him who died the other year? Lord Longleat. He was alright. Mad as fucking cheese he was. This is the drawing room, look. I mean, how big a room do you need just to do some drawing? You just need an Etch-a-Sketch. I'll tell you what, I bet there's been some illicit goings on in these places. Without a doubt. Yeah. As much as I love architecture, splendour, you know, this is just opulence in a time of fucking grave poverty. Look, Romanesque pillars. You're in scunny, mate. Just bang a bit of concrete up. I'm getting out, I'm sick of it. Right, just let you into, even though it's centuries later, this is where both worlds meet and are very, very different. So, I was going to say it'll happen again, but probably not after this. So if I get to sing at a wedding here, oh no, you don't go through the front entrance, the majestic facade. Oh no, you get fucking tradesmen at the back here. Yeah, because you can't pull your cars out front. It's not the done thing. So we have to go up there, round there, down there, up there and round there. Yeah, just to get in a shitty little room. Ridiculous. I'm glad to see they've still got that here, although it doesn't appear to be running today. The little Normanby Hall light railway even has a woo-woo. Nice that, innit? Proper little platform. Oh, are we in? No, we're not. Gate shut, innit? Got padlock on. It's nice, isn't it? Look, it's like a proper little station. And the kids sit on back of it with an overgrown child driving it. Lovely, lovely bit of nostalgia. Cool. So that there, right, is the ice house. This was before fridges and shit. Yeah. The ice house was built in 1817 and used to the early 1900s. So that's a tunnel that goes back to the house. And they used to fill it with meat and wine and spirits and servants. God, imagine the trouble they'd get in if they took away the letter I out of that last word. You can't say that. Just a passing observation. And then we come to the courtyard, which would have been a hive of activity. Wouldn't it? You'd have your fox hunters, all them posh wankers back in the day. I think there's supposed to be a famous couple of sculpts in here somewhere. Don't know where though. That's the carriage. Oh, the old fire engine. One of them's got a couple of bronze horses somewhere. Read up on it the other day, so it must be true. Maybe in this one, is it? Used to be a riding school not so long ago. Probably deemed too dangerous. Let's have a look. Ah, there it is. Oh, they're cool. Yeah. Although, why is he riding naked? Very strange. And that one as well. Fucking weird. Look, he's got no socks or shoes on. No shreddies. In fact, if I extend that out, you can see his winky. Dirty boy. And even all's got his lad out. Weird. This may be a Sheffield thing, I don't know. It's nice though, isn't it? This is where, in our day, Reggie would have brought his little servant girls down and he would have tied them to that rack at the back and told them off and give them a damn good spanking. And maybe a child or two. But yeah, whoever sculpted them, nice job. Decent. Why are they naked? I don't know. Will it tell us up here? I mean, it's just full of tat. Or is it tack? Oh, bleeding hell, them doors are heavy. A day in the stables. Never really been into horses. I think because my earliest introduction to horses, as with Alsatians, they were generally attached to police and were out to twat you or bite you. Oh, this brings some memories back. The duck pond. So me and Stanley used to come here back in the early 80s. Middle of all that bracken and bamboo and shit. We used to sit in there with a little bit of fishing line, bit of bread, big old hook, and we used to pull in £1, £2 roaches all day till old Steve the park warden caught us. Glad to see it's still here though. In spite of recent drought. Decent. There you go, look. Bit of wildlife for you. Alright, duck. Ducks. Anyway, we need to go find somewhere quite remote, secluded, and tell you all about the doctors. I'm not happy. No. It's where we used to sit in there. Edge of the wall, fishing quite happily. Plenty of benches about, but it's on one of the main walkways, so I don't want to be slurping tramp juice on there with families walking past, do I? Look like a fucking mad vagrant. Right, this looks a decent gaff to get out of the way. So this is inspired by the original Cottage in the Woods, which was a Sheffield family playhouse. There. So I'm going to sit in there, drink some tramp juice, and tell you all about my latest escapade with the doctors. Oh, yeah. Marmite flavoured crisps. All washed down with a bit of Collier's cider. Can't beat a bit of tramp juice in a den on the hottest day of the year. So cheers, ramblers. So where were we? Yeah. 4th visit to the doctors. Bearing in mind, I've been in pain since 3rd week of December. And at no point have they administered any painkillers. The only thing they gave me last time was lansoprazole, which is a bit of an antacid, line your stomach sort of thing, because I'd been taking a lot of ibuprofen. So I've had no painkillers. I've had to beg, steal and borrow off mates and folks and stuff, finish off their prescription, which ain't ideal, to be honest. So our lasses, I've fucking had enough of this, I'm coming with you. So we goes to Quacks. Nice bloke, Mr. Bassey, I think his name was. And I started talking and our lass pitched straight in. I wasn't even 2 fucking sentences in. She says, he's not telling you the full story anyway. She went on and on and on and on. So we did a few tests. He did that little thing where they tap your knee with a hammer. And I had no reactions at all. Which apparently is not unusual. I thought it would be, because everybody's leg, you see on telly, they always go a bit a doolally, don't they? So he says, right, I don't think we need to send you for a CT scan, if that's what it is, I don't know. I'm not a fan of hospitals at best of time. Not a fan of the doctors either. So he says, right, I'm going to give you some naproxen. Well, I've had some of these off one of my mates and they seem to do the trick. They're all right. You still got the pain. You've still got the locked-in joint. That's a locked-in joint. But the general synopsis seems to be that I have a locked piriformis. Yeah. One of 2 options, okay, which can manifest as sciatica, which I've got most of the time. And it's a bastard, to be honest. 2 days out of 7, generally, I would say, our lass has to put my shoes and socks on, which is a bit problematic, because then I've got no to wear to go to the shops, because she's got them on. And then he says, oh, I noticed that you haven't had your prostate checked. And obviously been trying to pull that off, to be honest. So he says, no, I don't think so. No, he says, right, I'm going to book you in for a prostate check after you've had your bloods taken. And this is in front of our lass, and he says, you'll have to refrain from intercourse 48 hours prior to the examination. So I looked at her and I says to him, I says, no problem with that, mate. I says, she moved in 12 years ago. That fucking contract got ripped up as soon as they move in. Oh, yeah, they give plenty out to get the fucking gig, don't they? And it tickled old Ernie, but the doctor, he didn't even break so much as a snigger. No, although he was slightly amused. So I've got to go for the old checkup, which is all right. But although I've been in hospitality and the entertainment industry for like 35 years, it's hard to believe that my old bum virginity is still intact. I know. How have I got on in entertainment? Probably why I'm not famous. So I'm thinking, leading up to it, now all he said was, you have to refrain from sexual intercourse. So we come out the doctors, I says to Alice, says, that don't mean that, you know, I can't have a bit of a hand shandy into the old dream catchers. And she says, no, it's absolutely, you're not allowed. I says, he didn't say that, did he? No, but knowing I've got to go get Brother Lee's hand up the old chocolate starfish. If you've had it done before, can you let me know in the comments? Would it be beneficial for me in advance, say the night before, to like grease up a pillar candle and maybe break me sen in? I don't know. If you can help me out, it'd be much appreciated. So that's where we're at. Yeah, I come out with naproxen and then I'm going to get broken. Cheers. Oh, nice little den in the woods is this. they've got a mock fireplace. Let me show you. Ah. Oh, come on, Baxter. Hey, look, turn around. Got a little mock fireplace. I've had to put the pan up there to rest my camera on. That's what you do. Somebody's carved a grandfather clock. It's nice, isn't it? Lovely little area. Well, there's people walking past, and there's me talking about breaking my head in with a pillar candle. Yeah. Lovely, innit? He's fucking lovely. Right, we need to finish it off. Get out of here. Stay in the shade. Finish my crisp and my cider off. And then get back to Blighty. Oh! So it just leaves me to say, thanks for joining us again. Much appreciated, always a pleasure. I just wanted to fill time of day in and show you around somewhere different that I've never been. Bloody lovely. Cider on the hottest day in a den. Don't get any better than this. Right, back via the golf club. Whew, just nipped in to see if my mate was there, but he's on holiday. So we've had a good few hours out there, most of it in the shade. More importantly, we haven't given the council or the Sheffields a fucking penny, which I'm quite happy with. Oh, squirrel. Just ran out in front of me. Cheeky little pesky blighter. Gone up the tree. 2 of them. Right. Cheers, ramblers. If you didn't get to subscribe, do it. It don't cost you anything. And next week's going to be a big week. A couple of specials next week, hopefully. If the good Lord spares me. Which he should do, because he doesn't exist. So as always, much appreciated. If you've been offended by any of the content, grow the fuck up. And I'll see you somewhere soon. Ta-da!